Today, we're going on a kind of guided tour, but our map isn't from a travel agency. It's an ancient song of praise, Psalm 48. It describes a city that's not just beautiful, but is seen as divinely protected, totally unshakable. So let's jump in and explore what makes this place so legendary. Wow, right from the start, the psalm hits us with this incredible imagery. I mean, it's not just saying, hey, it's a nice-looking city. It's calling it the joy of the whole earth. That's a huge statement. This sets the stage for a tour of a place that's clearly much more than just buildings and streets. It's meant to be the symbolic center of the world.
So let's begin our tour where the psalm begins, taking in the city from a distance. This gives us a chance to really appreciate its grandeur and understand why it's so important from the get-go.
And notice this immediate connection. The city isn't great on its own. It's not about the architecture. Its greatness, the reason it's worthy of praise, is a direct reflection of the God who lives there. The city's entire identity is wrapped up in its king.
Okay, so to really get this, we need to understand what Mount Zion actually means in this context. It's not just some random hill. It's Jerusalem for sure, but it's even more specific than that. It's the spot where the temple stood. You know, it was seen as the very heart of the nation's faith, the one place where heaven and earth really met.
All right, now we get to the dramatic core of the whole psalm. This is where we hear the story of a battle that, well, it never actually happened. An invading army shows up, ready for a fight, and the whole thing is over before a single arrow is fired. Just look at how this plays out. You've got these powerful kings who team up. They march on the city, totally confident, and then they just see it. That's it. They don't attack. They don't even try. They are so stunned that they turn and run in absolute terror. The entire war ends in a single moment.
And the way this psalm describes their panic is just intense. This isn't just being a little nervous. This is a deep, gut-wrenching terror. The comparison to the pain of childbirth is so powerful. It describes something that's sudden, all-consuming, and totally out of your control. That's the effect the mere sight of this city had on its enemies.
Now this line right here is a huge turning point. As we have heard, this is talking about all the stories, right, the legends and the history that have been passed down for generations about God's power and how he protects his people. It's the faith they grew up hearing about.
And here's the payoff. What used to be just a story is now something they've experienced firsthand. They didn't just hear the tales of God's deliverance, they literally watched it happen with their own eyes. Faith became sight. The legend turned out to be real.
So with the threat outside completely gone, our tour shifts. We're moving from the city's outer defenses to its very spiritual core. We're stepping inside the temple walls.
And you can feel the whole mood change, right? The action, the panic of the battle, that's all over. And the response to this incredible miracle isn't a victory parade. It's a quiet moment of reflection, of worship.
This is so crucial. The people understand that their security doesn't just come from raw power. It's rooted in something way deeper, God's unfailing love. The city's strength comes from a relationship, and they take a moment to really think about and appreciate that love.
Okay, so after that quiet meditation, the psalm tells us to get up and get active. We're actually commanded to take a walk, to conduct an official inspection of the city that was just saved so miraculously.
And this isn't just a casual stroll. The language is so specific. Count her towers, consider her ramparts. It's basically an order to take a detailed inventory. Go out there, touch the walls, count every single tower, and see for yourself that the city is completely unharmed. Not a single stone is out of place.
So why do all this? Why count the towers? It's not for some military strategy. The psalm tells us the reason, plain and simple. You're gathering this evidence, this solid proof, so you can tell the story to your kids, and they can tell it to their kids. It's all about creating a legacy of faith that's based on something real and tangible.
This all brings us to the final stop on our tour. The big conclusion that ties everything we've seen together, from seeing the city from a distance, to watching its enemies run away, to meditating in the temple and walking along its perfectly intact walls.
And here it is, the ultimate takeaway. After seeing everything, the final point isn't even about the city, it's about the God of the city. The real fortress isn't the walls or the towers you just counted. The real security is knowing that this God is our God forever and ever. He is the guide, he is the protector. The city is just the physical proof of his presence.
And that's where our tour ends, leaving us with this question that still hangs in the air today.
This ancient song suggests that real, lasting security isn't found in physical walls or in military power, but in a presence that guides you forever and ever. It really makes you stop and think, doesn't it? What is it in our own lives that makes us feel truly and unshakably secure?